Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I have sat down and done an entire video of me just talking and talking about what's been going on with my life. Like the last time was when I did that unboxing in Italy. And I wanted to come back and do a video just talking about my entire experience and updating you guys on how I was emotionally, what I was doing and everything in between. So that's kind of why we're here today, is to discuss this. So yeah, as I was saying, I just kind of wanted to go through what I experienced, where I was in life. And I know that a lot of people didn't even know I was gone because I had everything pre-recorded, which honestly was such a saving grace because I was able to live my life and not have to worry about YouTube at all. And I guess one thing you don't realize is if you don't do YouTube, it is so hard to build a YouTube channel, and then if you kind of stop paying attention to it, it dies immediately. So it was so nice for me to have that content pre-filmed because it would have given me a lot of anxiety to have to film while I was there. And this kind of brings me into everything that happened. It was such a whirlwind, and it was the best 4 months of my life. I think that I came back from that such a different person, which is so dramatic. Every person that goes abroad says the exact same thing, but it's so true that it really does open your eyes to everything that's out there, and it really just expands what you already know, and you really get a taste for what different countries are like, what the culture is, etc., etc. But one thing I wanted to mention before anything, I know this is going to be a really rambling video. It's going to be me getting emotional because I loved my experience so much. But one thing that was amazing was D'Angelico actually sent me this guitar that's in the corner. I'll be playing it at some point in this video just to kind of show off. Well, I hate myself, saying I will be painful. Being yours is pretty nice. All memories outside you, and still be able to say being yours is pretty nice. I honestly am so grateful to them for sending that to me because I used my guitar when I was free. But one thing is, I didn't film that much because I was honestly, spoilers, so sick often during this trip. And it's one of those things where you look back and you don't remember how ill you were. But I was experiencing so much sickness because I was going out all the time, never sleeping, always doing something, always seeing somebody, all the time. Go, 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 go. A different country every weekend, different event, different bar, different club, everything. Because when you're there for 4 months, you have to make sure every second is worthwhile. So because of that, I lost my voice many times. I was sick. This is getting into the spoilers of what happened, but I got bronchitis, this, and that. So because of that, I didn't film as much, but I did use her as therapy when I had time and when I was actually home. So thanks so much to D'Angelico again for that. But yes, so this video is somewhat sponsored by Sweetwater because if you want to go check out that guitar, I have many videos with it, and it sounds great. The Sweetwater links will always be linked below. If you know that supports me, etc., etc. But yeah, anyways, after all that, thank you Sweetwater, thank you D'Angelico, thank you everyone for supporting me for 4 months, even though I bet a lot of you didn't even know I was gone. We will get on with my experience of what was happening. So if you didn't know, I went to Europe for 4 months, and it was incredible. And I think you guys saw this in my video where I did the unboxing of this guitar, which I will link below, that I was honestly living my best life. I had never done something solely for myself ever in my entire life, which is so dramatic. I just feel when you're always thinking about other people, or you're always thinking about just the normal trajectory of life, you're kind of focused on that. And I had always wanted to go abroad, study abroad, do that. And I'm so happy I was able to make it happen because I honestly was losing hope, and it was just a very last minute decision, to be honest, to apply. But it was a great experience. I feel like I'm going to say that a million times, but I gained friendships that I didn't even know were possible to have in such a short amount of time. I was with a group and we became so close, and I am so grateful for all of them because I've never felt so loved and felt so welcome in a group in my entire life. And I'm gonna tear up because I'm the emotional person in the group that's always crying and getting emotional about how much I love everyone. But it's really true that when you are abroad and you don't know anyone, etc., I think you really make like a family with the people that you meet. And I felt such extreme friendship like so quickly with everyone because you're spending every second together. You're trying not to be on your phones because that'd be a waste of time if you're abroad for 4 months. Because by the time you blink, it's already halfway through and then it's the end. And since so much is going on, the time passes so quickly. It's crazy. But I think like the whole thing is I had such a good time because I made such good friends, and it showed me like what genuine real friendship was very quickly. And I'm not saying that I don't have friends, but I think when you have such a group like that supports each other, like knowing that you can hang out with anyone in the group one-on-one, it would not be awkward at all, is something I've literally never experienced with such a large group of people. It was like over 20 of us. So because of that, I really just had the best time because it was like you're abroad with your best friends and you're literally traveling around the world. Like my knowledge of just what's out there has expanded so much, and now I know all like the touristy places in every European country because I got to go to so many of them, which I'm so thankful for. And it was just such a fun time. Like you get home from class and then you are going on a bus to go to the airport to go to Prague or Portugal. It was just wild, the fact that every day was always some new adventure in a way that I had never experienced before. Because I'm usually like an introvert, like I spend more time by myself at home. But after this, I'm like, oh my gosh, life is so boring if you're by yourself all the time. So I think it expanded my I don't know, level of comfort with just always being around people, because I would say before I used to be more introverted, but now I'm starting to get more extroverted in general, and I'm finding that if it's people I really love and care about, that I love spending time with them, and it's so sad to be by yourself after that. One mindset that I kept throughout the entire experience was, first off, I wanted to document everything. So I have everything documented. I'm not going to release everything on here. I have one video that I had to edit and then maybe post that has a few friends of mine in it. But other than that, I was just trying to live in the moment, but record everything, but kind of more for myself so that I could remember it better, because I'm someone that loves to have every little moment just filmed, and so I can look back and remember everything. And also I'm someone who loves to write everything out. So I wrote everything out. There was so much that happened. Like every day was always a new insane adventure, and you meet so many people in Europe. It's crazy. And I think the lifestyle is just so different compared to America because, I mean, we are built on capitalism, and then Europe's just kind of more about enjoying life, and it seems like the work-life balance is different. And one thing I did notice there is that people didn't really care as much about what job you had and what you were doing. They more cared about who you were, because when we were traveling around, you meet people who just quit their jobs. They're trying to just enjoy their life. So you do meet people, and I feel like you get to know each other faster because you're not focused on the superficial things like, oh, where do you live? What job do you have? Da da da. So I think like there's just something that was so magical about just getting to know people for who they were. It kind of just brought me back to the fundamentals of just getting to know people, and I really loved it. It was just so great, and you get to meet so many people from different cultures. You start recognizing languages and just understanding like these countries speak these languages, and this country has this food and these landmarks. Like you just kind of get a better place for where things are in the world, and I think it really opens you up to a different worldly view, because in America we all have the same language for the most part. We kind of don't really think about other cultures, other countries, other languages as much. And I really appreciated living in a place where there was just so much culture. It was so incredible all the time. And I was never bored. I honestly am someone that never gets bored anyways, but I was literally never bored. Like I was always doing something new, which was odd for me because I've never experienced so much novelty in such a short amount of time. Like for 4 months, you'd think that your life couldn't be completely altered, but my life was already altered in like 1 month in. But yes, oh, that was a lot of words, but I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just really think it's important to open yourself up to different ways of living, like different values. Just because in America, I feel like people tend to think like just about where we are, this country, but you don't really think about abroad and like their way of work, their way of life, what they value, what's important to them. And I think you really notice in where I was, I feel like people cared about getting to know you and getting and talking to you, and that was really nice, and I did appreciate that. And I think it also did further open me up as a human being just to be able to talk to anyone. And at this point, I feel like because of that experience, I can talk to anyone even more so, which is great. And I don't know, like, I just feel like such a more open and happy person, and I had such a good 4 months. Like, I was always so excited, so content, so grateful, thankful, all that. So I don't know, I just really had a great time. And I've been meaning to make this video for a really long time, but it's just hard to talk about this all on camera and know like the direction I want to talk about it in, because honestly I'm just blabbing, no plan for this video. I just wanted to tell you guys like I had the best time of my entire life and just kind of explain further in detail why that is. And number one, it was the people. Number two, it was because Europe as a continent is literally incredible, and I really want to go back. I really want to spend a portion of my life there. That's kind of my new goal. Now my goals have shifted from, it's not just about jobs anymore. It's more about I want to live in certain places, because you do learn so much and it really opens you up to those new perspectives. And then when you come back where people are kind of always staying in the same like lane and not trying to swerve out of that, it's kind of odd because it feels like there's this weird barrier between the two of you, because I feel like so open and free and etc. So it's weird to like meet people who aren't the same way anymore. I don't know if that made any sense, but essentially it really opens you up more than you would ever think. And I am very grateful. I love the people I met, and I just had the best time. I could cry. The day that I had to leave, I was a mess for like literally a week. It was horrible. Oh my gosh, the days I had to leave, horrible. The days I had to say goodbye to everyone, horrible. Because I do horrible with my emotions, because I can be so like such a crier. We can see right now with my eyes literally getting all teary-eyed right now. Oh my gosh, Andrea, you need to stop. But yes, because of that, I think that's really a testament to how much I loved these people, how much I loved it, because I was crying for so long, like literally maybe 12 hours straight. And the day that I had to say bye to everyone, there was this whole mess of like people's flights getting canceled and delayed and people almost missing their flights. Horrible, a lot of anxiety. But overall, I have no idea how I survived with no sleep for 4 months, but it was worth it. Essentially, my closing thoughts about this whole video, this is basically just to tell everyone that I had the best time of my entire life, like not to brag or anything, but it's all about the people, it's all about the place. But I feel like the people are obviously the most important part. But I just wanted to talk about, just kind of like encourage people. If you have the opportunity to go somewhere new, I always encourage it, especially because I think you'll notice that to adapt to this kind of life, or like adapt to a always on the go kind of life, it does lead to a lot of character development. And I feel like I feel like I'm still catching up on my sleep schedule, because I was seriously not sleeping. I'm not saying I recommend that, but I feel like it is worth it to sacrifice things like that if you are experiencing something life-changing and fleeting, I guess. Like, you gotta pick your priorities. My priorities were definitely not taking care of myself, because as I mentioned previously in the video, I had an amazing time, but I was sick very often. I would get a cold, and one thing for me is I cough. After I get a cold, I have a long lingering cough, and then that causes all these issues because I can't sing, etc. Like, it's horrible. But that was the one downside, is I got bronchitis. Like, at the very end, like, I had, like, a somewhat fractured rib because someone fell on me at a soccer game. I had bronchitis. Like, it was rough. Like, I was coughing around Portugal. I was, like, trying to enjoy my time. I'm, like, coughing around Portugal, around France. I'm like, this is so bad. At a certain point, like, gotta start taking care of yourself. But all that is to say that it was all worth it in the end, and I loved my time. And I'm so happy I got to share a little bit of this with you. I don't know if anyone has any questions, but this is going off purely what I experienced in my brain. But if you have any questions, like, I'd be totally down to do a video where I talk more in depth about this. I just wanted to clarify that I am back. I'm going to be starting to do more videos. I want to do at least 3 videos a week. And of course, the sun is going down as I'm filming this because I have to always wait till the last minute, you know? But yes, I want to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. Maybe 1 will be a short, maybe 2 will be videos. So if you have any requests, anything you want me to talk about, I am so down to do anything. I also love to do these sit-down videos because I feel like I've gotten much more confident in general on camera, even in recent years, even in the last 6 months probably. So I am much more confident about talking about my experiences, whatever you guys want me to talk about. So I'm totally down to do more of these sit-down videos, maybe like 1 a month or something, or yeah, be more consistent about it. But yeah, as I mentioned before, thank you again to D'Angelico and Sweetwater. Maybe I'll just put like a little clip-yanya of me playing this guitar because I love this guitar very much. It's Excel Tammany, amazing guitar, love it. I had to bring it all the way back from Europe. It was a whole production, but it was worth it because she is amazing and I literally live for her. Let me pet her from afar. I will include like a clip right now or whatever.
You see, you were my rebound, and maybe that's true. And you'll always be second, maybe that too. But I can't ever feel it the way it happened unexpectedly. 'Cause you're not my type, yeah, there's something about you. Ooh. But so soft and delicate, we're just us together, being held and seen every day, feeling so gratified to see someone like yourself. You're the closest thing I've been to a boyfriend, 'cause I always found myself in distant situations. While I hate myself, say mine will be painful. Being yours is pretty nice. All memories outside you, and still be able to say being yours is pretty nice. I hate I love you a little less every time I say it. What a quick little song, original song of mine. But yeah, let me know what you think.
But yes, I am back, guys. I am living. I am a little bit depressed, so please be kind to me in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any like love and support for me or anything. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout that time. Thank you so much for always being so kind to me in the comments. And yeah, hopefully we'll be going on some fun journeys on this channel as I move through life and I move to different places, but hopefully that'll happen, but we'll see. But thank you so much for watching this rambly video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Feel free to subscribe, ring the bell, let me know if you want me to sing anything specific, and I will see you guys in the next video.